What's going on, guys? I'm SimpleSimon. Welcome to this week's Comic Haul. Try to ignore the charging cable I have plugged into my glasses because both mine and Sarah's glasses were out of charge, so this is all I got to work with. Anyway, I've got a kind of a small haul this week, medium size maybe, but I also have some mail call that I picked up from Pure Comics, and I'll also show you a random figurine. Why not? Let's do this. Alright, so I'll start with the new books, then we'll go to the shoutouts, and then we'll do the mail call and random toy. Before I start though, I have been teasing for a little while that this weekly show is on its last legs. It's really getting close to that point though, just because I have potentially a life change coming up. Basically, I've had Wednesdays off for years now, which worked really well, especially when Wednesday was New Comic Book Day. Obviously COVID changed that. I won't announce what it is, but I have something that may change that obviously coming up soon. And obviously I will no longer have Wednesdays off to get my books. But also, look, I'm getting less and less books every week. This show's not really getting the views that it once was anyway. So I won't announce anything until I sort of know for sure what's going on. But yeah, there's some changes going to be coming. Yeah, this show is definitely in its final days. Let's start off with my previews magazine. I love this. What is that? I never really showcased these, but Zawa and the Belly of the Beast. That looks fun. I like the art there, but let's take some time to admire this awesome Walking Dead figure. Is it a figure or a statue of Michonne? It looks like a Michonne anyway. That's pretty cool. So I got my previews mags. This is my last one. I said to Mark, I'm not going to get these anymore. It's just getting to a point where I feel like I need to just not know what's coming out and just stick to the few books that I actually enjoy reading, which is probably about 2 of them. And I think I'm going to enjoy the hobby a lot more when I don't have the stress of spending all this money every week on books that I'm not reading. I know what's going to happen though. I'll be buying less and less books, and all of a sudden I'll be buying new figurines and stuff every week. It's a never-ending money pit. Anyway, let's get to the books. I'll start off with the one book that Sarah picked up. It's a thick one, so it was not cheap. But obviously you guys know that Rion Gonzalez is Sarah's thing. And this is actually really cool. It's a really cool Power Rangers Rion Gonzalez cover. Really nice. I actually really enjoy that. It's not a book that I really need to have in my collection, but very nice Rion cover. Well done, Rion. Well done. These are my books. Let's unplug this cable and see how long I can get out of these classes. All right. Now, I am super excited for these first two. DC meets manga, baby. Yeah. So I've been talking these ones up for a while. This first one is Joker. So I believe they're done by a Japanese creator. I'm assuming he's maybe a manga writer. So this story about Joker is about what if kind of like Joker raised Batman. So if you actually look at the art on the back, it's got Joker and a little Batman there. Interesting. Look, it's funny. I'm not really into Elseworlds type things. It's just one of those things where I'm so behind on canon that I want to read stuff that matters. And this stuff really doesn't matter, but I don't know why. I guess because it's done in manga, I guess I was really intrigued. Because manga's huge. Manga's way bigger than comic books. Every time I've seen anime/manga cross with comic books, it never really works. But when the ideas are so silly, I need to check it out. So that's the Joker one there. And then we got this one, which I talked a lot about. This is Superman versus Meshi. Yeah. This is, from what I've read, Superman doing food reviews. Why wouldn't you want to read that? I'm a foodie. Are you guys foodies? I love food, which is why I'm a big boy these days. This just sounds so ridiculous that I have to read it. So yeah, that's Superman versus Meshi. It's finally here. We'll see how long it takes me to get around to reading that. Oh, look at that. They're eating with chopsticks and everything. Hilarious. So Superman versus Meshi. If anyone else got those books, let me know. Let me know if you're excited about them. All right. Let's get into the real comic books now. Star Wars guy, straight off the bat. Boom! Love this cover. Look at this. This is Dr. Aphra, a legacy issue for Aphra, I believe here it says. This is a really, really cool homage cover to Star Wars issue 1, the original Star Wars comic book. When I saw this coming out, I was like, I need to grab that. And I'm very, very shocked and surprised that it didn't get 2. Next, we got some Alice Never After. So I'm gonna guess that this is the A cover. This is not something I'm going to read until it all comes out. I've mentioned before, I read the first one and I didn't mind it. It wasn't the greatest thing in the world, but it was enough for me to like, yeah, it's cool. This is a really nice Adam Hughes cover. He did a variant for the first Alice Ever After. This is actually, I actually prefer this one, I think. So that's cool. Nice Adam Hughes there. We got Batman issue 137. When I did my most recent pre-orders, I unsubscribed from Batman, which hurts my feelings because I kind of just, I mean, I don't know if this Batman run's ever going to end, but when it does end, I would like to know that I've got a full run of something. But I think it's just time to let go. I don't know how long it's going to take me to catch up to this. Yeah, I've decided to... Superheroes just aren't really doing it for me anymore. Maybe one day I'll catch up to where this is at. And if I'm enjoying it, I don't think it's going to be hard to get the back issues, unless some really, really cool character comes out as a first appearance and whatever. But really nice Jorge Jimenez art there. Who's that character? I don't know, but yeah, I like that cover. It's very nice. Then we got some Sirens Gate. I thought Sirens Gate was over. Hang on, this is issue 4 of Sirens Gate. I could have sworn, whoa, naked chicks. But this is issue 4. I could have sworn they'd done more than issue 4, but yeah, there's some Sirens Gate. That's yep. Cool cover. We'll leave it at that. And then we got some plot holes. This is by Sean Murphy. Now, I believe this started as a Kickstarter. I remember listening to a podcast with Sean Murphy on it, and he was talking about this. The way he explained it sounded like this comic book idea that I had a long time ago, which has been in my head for a long time. But he was basically saying it's got all these different characters, and they're all kind of from different sort of styles of animation. I had this comic book story in my head a long time ago, and basically I wanted all the characters to be done in certain styles. So some characters look like your traditional comic book characters, some would look like anime characters, some would look like really cartoony, and anyway, this is a similar idea with the art style, I think. So I think I've only picked up the first issue. Sean Murphy's cool. I don't think I've ever read, oh, I have. I was going to say I haven't read any of his own independent stuff, but I've read Punk Rock Jesus, which was pretty good. It was pretty good. Then we got some Click Boom. What issue are we up to? Issue 3? I've read the first issue of this. I actually really like the first issue of Click Boom. I can't remember how many issues I've ordered, but again, it might be one that I kind of sit on and wait and read them all. Now this one, World Tree, issue 5, it's out. So I pre-ordered the first 5 issues. After reading the first one, I went and pre-ordered up to issue 5. So now I can actually read 2, 3, 4, and 5. And see what it's like. Mixed reviews from other people. Everyone loved the first issue. Some people said it drops off in the second issue, but I'll have to find out for myself. Never believe what other people say, because what they like might not be what you like. And what they hate might be what you like. And then the final new book. Woo! Thank you, Mark. Thank you, Mark. Mark's the man. I actually really wanted this, so I'm not huge on facsimiles and things like that. I've started to come around, and you know, I do have a couple of facsimiles, but I'm one of those guys that I would rather have the original. Just as a collector, the collector gene in me prefers to have the original. They're doing a lot of these foil facsimiles. It's not a book that has ever been on my radar, because even though I used to be a Spider-Man guy as a kid, I'm not really a Spider-Man guy anymore. But this is ASM 300, the famous ASM 300 in a beautiful foil cover. I saw this and I was like, you know what, I really want that. I kind of missed the boat because I didn't know it existed until I saw people posting pictures of it on Instagram and stuff. So I just jumped on previews, ordered one like last week, and then he had one for me. He said that order wasn't going to come in. I was like, I know that order wasn't going to come in, but he had one spare, so he put it in my box because Mark is the man. That's all my new releases. So before I show you my mail call and a random toy, let's do some shout outs.
Shout out to Olaf.
Firstly, congrats to Mad Spidey. He made it over 500. I just wanted to check to see if he made it. He's on 502. I didn't see him officially announce it. Never announce that you hit your milestone until you've reached at least 2 above, because YouTube will do that thing where you say, hey, I've reached 500 subs. Next thing you look, you're $4.99 again. I'm going to shout out, firstly, the Grey Man. It was his birthday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. He did a little video where he went down to his comic shop, which is called A Place in Space, which is a place that me and Sarah actually buy books from sometimes. So it's his shop in the UK. Did a bit of a shop tour, so I actually really enjoy those kind of videos. And then he did a haul at the end. So check out the Grey Man's video. I shared it on my community tab. Apparently I fell asleep while watching it because I thought that he showed a clip of him winning cover slingers at the end, and it turns out he came third, so I obviously wasn't paying attention enough. But shout out to the Grey Man, happy birthday, mate. Hope you had a great, amazing birthday. And the other channel I'm gonna shout out will be Cat Fan Comics Man. He does a video daily where he shows a collectible and a comic book and does a little breakdown of the comic book that he's showing. I caught that, not live, but he premieres them I think every day. That's a really hard thing to do, release as many videos as that guy does on the daily and things. Yeah, check out Cat Fan Comic Fan, Cat Fan Comic Fan. Check him out. His link will be in the description below, along with all the others. All right, how are my glasses holding up? They're still going, that's good. All right, let's show you the random toy first, because I think it was last week I showed you my Sabine figure and I asked if you guys were enjoying Ahsoka. Today I filmed a video at Big City Comics with Mark, and he was just unleashing about how crap he thinks Ahsoka is.
They're trying to remake fucking Star Wars.
So a big thumbs down to you, Mark, but I'm enjoying the show. But I had a Ahsoka figure show up in the mail. I might have mentioned last week, I didn't want to collect these characters from the show, so I didn't want them to be based on the actors. I wanted them to be based on the actual animated series, because for my love for these characters come from the animated show. So yeah, I wanted to get the Rebels versions of all these characters. So there's my Ahsoka. And then we got a mail call. So firstly, big shout out to Pure Comics. They have an Instagram page that I follow, and I've bought books off them from eBay before, but I've kind of started to just hit them up and say, hey, anytime I want a book from them now, I've kind of just hit them up and said, hey, I'm gonna take them off eBay, you know, we'll do a deal, you know? Because, you know, you gotta pay fees on eBay. You know, I'm all about saving you money, and, you know, they look after me as well. So these are just some random oldies. Stanley knife. Boom, I can't find my Stanley knife. So yeah, there's two books in here that are kind of for the bondage cover collection, and then there's a book for my Kiss cover collection. Very nicely packed. No pull tabs though. What's going on there, boys? Okay, we'll start with the Kiss cover. These were all cheapies. These were all like $4 or $5 and things like that. So nothing crazy in here, but all really nice covers. This is a Namor cover. I love when you watch other smaller comic book channels and they show you books and you're like, I want that. And then, you know, you're on eBay straight away looking for those books that they're showing you in the videos. I love that. I cannot remember who showed this book, but I've been watching it for a long time, and luckily no one else had been. So I was able to pick this up, and this was again cheap, maybe $4 or so. Really, really nice Kiss cover there. All right, now these are cute as. All right, these next two books are from the same series, The Dirty Pair. So The Dirty Pair, I believe, was based on an anime, like an old 80s, 90s anime, and they turned it into a comic book series through Dark Horse. You guys might have seen the Adam Hughes cover to that book, Dirty Pair. I've got the trade version, but it's a really expensive book. It's an homage to Dave Stevens' Planet Comics. Love that book. But the actual art style for The Dirty Pair is like old 80s, 90s anime. I mean, look, I count this as a bondage cover because she's all tied up there by what looks like a phone lead. So pretty cool there, but you can see the style of the art is very old school, retro anime. So that's super cool there. I love that cover. This one's been on my watch list from Pure Comics for a long time. This is from The Dirty Pair 2, Part 2. So obviously got some sequels there, and I think they're the two main characters there. Looks like they're both chained up. So yep, that's two more to add to the bondage cover collection, which is another video series I've been wanting to do again. My first bondage cover collection video has gained a bit of traction. It's had a few views. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do another part to that. And that's all I picked up this week. Thank you guys so much for watching. Before I go though, I've got a lot of content that needs to be made. I've just been a little bit lazy lately. It was really good when I had a backlog of videos just sitting there waiting to go. I was able to just relax a little bit more, but now that I've run out of content, I'm starting to get a little bit of anxiety and panic attack about having to get all these videos made. I've got a potential life update to come, but I don't want to say anything until that's all confirmed. When that comes out, it might be the end of this show, which doesn't mean I'll never show comics again. I'll never do a comic haul again. It just means it's no longer going to be a weekly thing. It might just be every now and then I'm going to show you what I picked up. If you guys are still watching this video and you stuck around to the end, you know I appreciate you guys for taking the time to watch my stuff. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up, do all the YouTube stuff, leave us a comment. I like to know that you guys, stop by and all that good stuff. And obviously if you're new, subscribe. And until next time, I'm Simple Simon. Tell your friends and keep it simple.